We've had some recent developments.
We thought it was time for us to provide a little update because my life is in shambles. I don't know if that's what we should do.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
So I'm not sure why, but I just cannot find it in my soul to start this vlog. I have tried at least 10 other times. Big fails. Hi guys from the halfway point between, wait, how do I say it? Hi guys from the halfway point of Dayton. Hey guys from, why? Hi guys. I can't. But finally, you know what, we're doing it. I feel like, does my voice sound weird? I'm getting over a sickness in which I wasn't even really sick. I just had a stomach bug one day and it just lingered into a whole week of me not really being able to eat, not being able to drink. It has not really been my week. But finally, it's our weekend. I'm here with Zach. You guys know, a little recap if you're new here actually, because this is pretty confusing. We currently both don't own a home or rent anywhere. He technically lives with his parents. I technically live with mine. Like we're just trying to figure life out. Maybe we'll get into that a little more later in the vlog, but I'm here in Ohio visiting him. I'm supposed to go back tomorrow. I still don't know if I'm getting on that plane. It is a non-refundable ticket, so I would have to eat the cost if I don't get on that plane, but I don't want to leave. Don't you just like not want me to go?
Well, I thought you were staying for 2 weeks from the get-go, so it was a shocker to me.
But you like want me to stay?
Yeah, you know, you gotta weigh the pros and cons. $300. Clancy leaves. $300. It's the pro-con list, I guess.
I told Zach, like, oh, like maybe I'll like stay, expecting him to be so excited.
I told you to stay.
His quote the first time was, oh yeah, that'd be fine. Fine.
No, I've told you to stay way more times than you've brought it up saying that you're gonna stay.
It's money, but at the same time, this is love. Like, I can't just leave my love. I don't know what I was thinking when I was booking this flight, but we'll see. Right now, we are on our way to Cincinnati because we were in Dayton, and we are going to my friend Jenna's going away party. You guys know Jenna. She is not only leaving the TV news industry, but she's also leaving Ohio. Her boyfriend Jack got a job. I am not clear on this, so I don't want to spout off bad information. Pretty sure it's the band with the Army. It's West Point. So he's going to be going to boot camp, I don't know, in a couple of months. She's going to be living literally like less than an hour from where I went to college, Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York. So that's so funny, like worlds colliding. But yeah, she's getting out of the TV news industry as well. She doesn't have a job yet. She's interviewing at a couple of places in PR, but it's so weird. I feel like after this, like, I'm barely gonna have any friends left at Local 12. I mean, that's not true. I still know a lot of people at Local 12, but so many of my friends are leaving as well, and it's like, it's crazy. It's just like the cool thing to do nowadays, I guess, get out of the TV news industry, but this has been going on for years. But I'm excited to see Jenna. Zach's excited to see Jenna, and not more importantly, but one thing on my mind, I'm starving because I feel like today, finally, my stomach is just ready. Like, we are ready to eat. I don't know where we're going for lunch. Hopefully somewhere good because it's happening. Explain your current dilemma.
What, you said as we pull in that I should be inviting my friends to come hang out with us?
Okay, yeah, so Zach didn't think he could invite his friends.
And this is what I would have heard if I would have invited my friends. Oh my god, you can't hang out with my friends one single time without inviting your friends, and I always hang out with your friends, and it's like, I've heard that before. Like, I have to Zach, I always go hang out with your friends, and I don't know anybody there, whatever, and that's what I deal with every time. So I don't invite my friends because I try to go see Clancy's friends, and then of course we pull in. Why didn't you tell more people to come?
Let's go, you loser.
Yeah, you're the loser.
All right, Jenna's here. Explain your new life adventure, Jenna.
Did you tell them any part of it?
I did, but
Okay,
say it in your own words.
So my boyfriend Jack, which you guys have met about like a year ago.
They're still together.
Yeah, shocker,
FYI.
if you've been following all of my tragedies. This one's a keeper. So he got a job in West Point, New York. He'll be with the West Point band called the Hellcats. And yeah, we're gonna be over there, and I'm following him because I don't know how love keeps taking me more and more north of Florida, but here I am, continuing my winter adventure. So any recs for winter clothes, send them our way.
That's how you know you love Jack. That's
So-
how you know.
So yeah, we'll be moving to West Point, but he does have to go through basic training because it's through the Army. So it's a slow move, but like obviously with news, we're on contracts. So my last day at Local 12 will be February 28th. And like Clancy, I'm getting out of news. Is that the new trend?
Okay,
Getting out of
I
news?
was just saying that. Like, I'm not going to know anyone else at Local 12.
Well, yeah. I
Tell me
guess
about
not.
your decision. I obviously have talked a lot about my decision to leave news.
I think for me, it's just like the doom and gloom isn't out. Like the good days don't outweigh the doom and gloom.
Yes.
And I love telling. Like I feel like I'm a storyteller, not a journalist. I think that's the best way to put it. I mean, obviously, I will like hold the power accountable. I'll do the journalistic things, but what I love the most is storytelling, and I think I can do that at a different platform, a different medium, and have a normal life. Like I don't want to wake up at 2:30 anymore. I don't. I mean, not that I do it as frequently as you did, but
You filled in a lot.
Even to have to fill in, I feel like I filled in enough to where I don't want to have to ever be asked to do that or work a weekend or be sad about asking to take off for a holiday. I think I'm just ready for some normalcy. And you know, if I miss it, I'll go back. But I'm looking into some PR marketing jobs. I would love to get into school PR. So if any of your followers are watching, I am # open to work. I'm not really in a rush. Like I just haven't spent more than a week with my family since before going to UF, which is what, like 6 years ago now. I mean, I'm ready to just kind of hang out with Jack for a little. We're finally ending the distance. I mean, we call it medium distance because it's only like a 4-hour drive, but
That's still, I
it's
consider
still
that
a lot.
long.
Like this weekend, we're celebrating our last ever ride, and we just looked at each other like we did it. Like we're done,
my
and now
gosh.
we just have to deal with basic training, which is 10 weeks apart. I don't know.
When is it? When does he leave?
So he ships out May 30th. He'll be going to Fort Jackson, which is in Columbia, South Carolina, aka my first TV news market. Can't make that up. So he'll be 15 minutes from my first TV news station. Wild how he got sent there. But yeah, then if he graduates all on time, then we'll be moving to West Point in August. So I'm looking forward to having like a summer in Florida. I mean, money, I will be a little unemployed and I like to call it unemployed.
Yeah, I mean,
Be
you have
with
your
my
whole life to
parents.
work.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When will I ever have this time again? So you know
Yes.
what? I'm ready to just kind of hang by the beach. Maybe see you if you're in Florida.
Yes!
And yeah, I don't know. I'm really like, for as type A as I am, and not having something planned as the next, I think that's the craziest, most mind-boggling thing that I'm finally getting used to. Like, I don't have something set up, and it's intentional, and it feels good.
That's how I have
You
felt.
know, like, I don't know, I can't explain it because if you would have told me like 5 years ago, hey, you're not gonna have a job after Cincinnati, I would have like probably cried, you
Yeah.
know? But I don't know.
I'm the same. It feels so good just to be like, whatever.
Yeah, I have 6 news stories left. That's how I have it.
Oh my
So I work Monday through
gosh!
Friday, then Monday, and then I'm done Tuesday. And we just pack my whole life up, and I'm going to Nashville with Jack for a bit. We'll move all of our stuff in a storage unit. Then he'll go off to basic training. We'll be sending love notes to each other for 10 weeks. He gets like 1 call a week. I'm gonna die. My dad's like, Jenna, how are you gonna get away with all? Not get away with it. Like, how are you gonna handle all summer not talking to Jack? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't like. It feels real, but it doesn't feel real until it happens. When you know, when you're always expect a text from someone. I'm gonna be like, why isn't he texting me? I'm like, oh yeah, he's at boot camp. So
I cannot imagine.
it'll be something, but we're excited. I feel so loved. So many people came to our going.
I know. Obviously, guys, like I'm not like trying to be a creep showing everyone. Not that anyone would care. It's,
Oh, yeah,
it's-
you could-
everyone's on
we
TV,
could
but
take some photos.
the party's in there, and it really is so nice seeing everyone. Like I've been loving it even.
Everyone,
So
I told everyone, I was like, Clancy's coming back, and they're like,
yeah. No, it's the only thing is it's so weird explaining a million times. Everyone's like, so where are you living? What are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know.
yeah.
But
People ask me, they're like, where is she? I'm like, I think Florida, New York.
no one knows because I don't even
But
know.
you
So.
know, you're forced to come visit me because I'll be in New York, aka Clancy's home state.
I know. Okay, so on the way to Jenna's party, I literally said, like, oh, we only have to stay an hour, pretty much just like show our faces. We were the last ones there to the point where even Jenna had left. Like, we were truly the last people there because we had seen other people we knew. So, yeah, have a lot of fun.
Yep, a lot of fun.
That was so, actually, it really was so
Yeah.
fun seeing all of my old colleagues, like the people at Local 12. I really, obviously you guys know, like I don't really miss the job that much, or like I just don't. But the people I worked with, I've said it before, I'll say it again, like I just love them. Like they are just all so nice, and it just stinks. Like, there's so many people that, like, work acquaintances. You'll never see them outside of work, but, like, you love seeing them at work. So it's really nice seeing them. And my voice is, like, shot. Like, I have, like, a little cough, so I can't explain it. Like, I couldn't, like, laugh hard or anything like that because I would have.
See if I can get into Mazunte.
Oh, he's going to Mazunte. But, yeah, it was so nice seeing everyone. I'm really happy for Jenna. I mean, I have obviously known she wanted to leave the business for quite some time, and I'm happy she finally can. And honestly, there were so many people I was talking to tonight in the media business who are also looking to leave. It's crazy. This lighting is not it. The thing about tacos is they're just, like, so pretty.
Could I do one large chocolate frosty, please? One large what? Chocolate frosty.
He's finally getting his frosty, guys. If you know, you know. If you've been watching the vlogs, he's been craving this. Good morning, guys. It is a beautiful day here in Dayton. I'm in the best mood. We just went to Zac's parents' church, which is Southbrook here in Dayton. Guys, it was so freaking good. So I don't really talk too much about religion on here, but I grew up going to the Catholic Church, which there's nothing wrong with the Catholic Church, but my thing with it is that every Sunday I would obviously go to church, and it would just be like 8 minutes of a message, because really the whole majority of the Mass is just like things you do every single week. You say the Our Father, you just do the same thing. It wasn't that meaningful to me. Like, I would be so looking forward to that homily, and it just would only last 8 minutes. Zac's parents' church, Southbrook, it's a Christian church, Zac?
Yeah.
It's all about the message. Like, it's this guy who is so freaking talented speaking, and oh my gosh, the message today was just so good. It was all about words and just how important they are, and oh my gosh, like, I just loved every single minute. That's me. And they also have such a good performer. It just it put me in such a good mood. Like, I loved it so much. And by the way, my flight leaves in 4 hours to go back to New York, and this might be one of the most financially reckless decisions I've ever made, but I'm not getting on it. It is a non-refundable ticket. I'm eating the cost, but I can't leave my Zac. It's just not gonna happen.
Worth more than one plane ticket. It's nice.
Whole world around wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car.
Well, guys, we just couldn't resist, and we are back at the house we looked at last week here in Dayton. It's just so stunning. Like, it's honestly sad visiting. We shouldn't have come because it's just a pipe dream. But I've got to say, guys, like, we have been all over the place with where we want to live. Like, if you guys have been following the vlogs, you know we have said St. Petersburg, Florida, but we've had some recent developments where I just don't know if that's going to happen. And maybe when we get home, we'll sit down and just like talk all about it. But for now, I want to soak this in, just looking around. And yes, Dayton actually has been on the table. This was a new development. Don't tell Zac though, because Zac hasn't really been too keen on it. It's been on the table, kind of. Zac, a little bit. We'll talk when we get home. Also, last week I didn't show you guys the basement of this house. It is huge. You've got this whole area, goes over there. Then I don't even know what's over there. That's a whole other section. Oh, I think that's the unfinished section. That would be our gym. Then you have this. This is like a whole maybe bedroom, guest room, office, whatever you want it to be, bathroom. And then if we walk over here, this is where Zac and I would build out the sickest gym ever.
It's funny because this whole size is about the same size as like an apartment that we would live in.
Oh, that's so upsetting. So we thought it was time for us to provide a little update because, I mean, I'm just texting Carly right now. My life is in shambles, and that's obviously an exaggeration. I'm very happy for my life. Things are great. We are great. But we don't know where to live. And I feel like this is probably opening the floodgates for people to comment like of where we should live. It's just, we don't know. And we have recently feel like put more cities back on the table. As of 2 days ago, by the way, this is like a 2 days ago development. You guys know it's been Florida, Florida, Florida. We've been obsessed. Honestly, looking at the real estate market, I feel like that has definitely turned me off a little. The homes just aren't, they're just not that great. It's very expensive in St. Petersburg. We love it, but the homes aren't that great. And then tell everyone what you started talking about 2 days ago.
Well, I don't think we've been adding more cities to the list. I think.
Well, I added Dayton
I think
week.
you've been like trying to like make stuff up, which hasn't ever really been a thing.
I'm not making anything up, Zach.
We're not, but yeah.
Last week
you've talked about things that we're just not gonna do.
But here's my thing, and like this is how I have been feeling. Moving away from both our families, like I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know if that's what we should do.
Well, yeah, I don't think we're gonna move. Like, we've never discussed moving to Long Island seriously, so I don't think that's.
Yeah, because you made it abundantly clear you hate it there.
I've
Every
never
chance
once
he
said
gets,
that.
yeah.
I've never said I hate it here. I've just said I wouldn't want to like live there.
Why?
Because I hate it. It's like not me being unfair. I also have not wanted to move back to Dayton, Ohio, and that's where my family lives.
He's very anti-family. He's trying to like take me away from everyone, actually.
So if we move to Ohio, we can. You're stabbing me. Move back to Cincinnati, in which I could be perfectly happy there. So.
Yeah. No, I get it. And I'm just messing with you. Like, I know your mindset. But I do have to say, like, being by your family, one of our families, like, it would be nice.
They live in two places we don't want to move to. So it's not really an option, I don't think, either way.
But one city that has recently come back on the table.
We've discussed Charlotte. And I think when we were living in Charlotte, we could have seen ourselves moving there pretty easily. I think we both liked it a lot. My work also has an office there, so just trying to figure out if I need to be closer to an office. I work fully remote, essentially, but it would be good if I wanted to try to go into the office more, do different things like that.
Grow with the company more, like, and we just don't know what the right decision would be. Like, it's just, we don't know. I can't make the decision. It's almost hard for you to make the decision, though. So we have been just like kind of looking online a little at Charlotte, and it's funny, like we said this as of 2 days ago, like this was left field for me. And then just today, I got 2 signs telling us we needed to go to Charlotte. I know you don't like the signs.
I mean, you had your signs?
Zach thinks the signs are silly, but one of them, we were discussing Charlotte seriously, and then we turned on the car and our Charlotte song was playing where it's like, heads California, tails Carolina. I
think it's opposite.
Oh, whatever.
It's Carolina.
Okay, it's Carolina. It goes to show how much I know it. I was like, oh my god, it's our Charlotte song. Then we started driving, and for the first time ever, I just like looked up and I saw this sign that said Uptown in Dayton. Like Uptown, I don't know what, but that's what you call the Charlotte downtown. Like I've never heard Uptown anywhere else. So like, I don't know. It's just like 2 signs. Like what the heck? We just went to church. So
yeah, because we went to church. Those were the signs.
I don't know. I saw them, and like here's the thing. I said I'm waiting for sign number 3 for it to be like it needs to be 3, and I didn't see. I was like searching. I'm like, I didn't see a sign number 3. But it's weird because it's like I felt this way when I was applying for jobs. You know, to be a reporter. Sometimes having too many options is actually a bad thing because it's so confusing. It puts so much more pressure on you. Whereas sometimes if the universe is like you got rejected from every single job offer and you only got one, the universe is like this is what you should take. It's almost like us right now, like we are so fortunate to be able to live pretty much anywhere, and it's just making the decision so freaking difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have 2 options now, so I don't think we're sitting on the everywhere conclusion at the moment.
And then do we buy, do we rent? Like it's just, I don't know. Zach has been dismissed, but I'm hopeful that things are going to fall into place. And I always say good things will fall into place, but you also need to like work for them. I always give Zac and I meeting like as the perfect example because, you know, I've had a lot of single friends who are like, how the heck do you like meet someone? Technically, Zac and I meeting was not total happenstance. Like I texted him multiple times and it was very uncharacteristic for me. So like it's a little bit of like luck, but then a little bit of like you also got to put yourself out there and like I don't know. So that's been my like mindset with this whole moving thing. And is Charlotte the one? I don't know. It's so funny. Like this is like literally as of 2 days ago, but we'll see. It's gonna fall into place. It's just I'm hoping it falls into place sooner rather than later.
Collect 10 times your spend from the bank.
That's a good one. Whoa.
It's now actually a couple of days later, and this has been my life. I have no idea what happened to me when I got to Ohio, but I feel like I have had like 7 different sicknesses since I have been here. This one is probably actually, I had the stomach bug where like I was nauseous for an entire day, couldn't get out of bed. That was the worst, because with a stomach problem, like you just can't function. Like I was too sick to even watch TV or be on my laptop. Like I literally just had to be in bed, eyes closed. So that was the worst. This though is like debilitating in the sense I have this awful cough. It is the most awful thing you've ever heard. I do have to say today I feel a lot better because I finally took medicine, but I just like have had all this phlegm in my throat. Yesterday there were multiple points where I physically couldn't speak. Just couldn't. Literally wasn't able to. Like I don't think I've ever had that before. So finally I am on the up and up, the recovery, thanks to Zach's mom laid out all of this medicine yesterday. Oh, and the cough drops, which I actually haven't even had yet, but I'm so thankful. Last night, for the first time, I really was overdue. Like I should have been on top of this days ago, but I took this. I had NyQuil. This tasted awful, but I did it anyway. And then Theraflu. And then I woke up this morning and like I just no longer have all of that phlegm in my throat. So, I mean, this is disgusting. I'm sorry. I know this is so gross, but oh my gosh, I just can't believe it. And like yesterday, I still had a great day in the beginning. Like I didn't think I was as sick as I was. I actually played pickleball with Zach's dad one-on-one, which was so much fun. And then after, as we were driving home, I lost my voice kind of. Like my voice sounded so weird. I forgot, when I laugh, that's when the cough comes up. Okay, anyway. Okay, it's a little bit later. I am indeed alive. I have to say, I'm just looking forward to getting better, and every single time I get sick, it just makes me that much more grateful. Clearly, I'm still struggling a little bit, but I did want to end off with some more thoughts surrounding Zac and I's living situation, because I know it probably seems like such a mess to you guys. Like, you're probably like, what is wrong with them? I agree. I'm in the same boat. But like I said, probably a few minutes ago in this vlog, when you have so many options, it's like decision paralysis. It's just, it makes it that much more complicated. And I don't know. I'm really bad at making decisions on the day-to-day. I always say that's my biggest weakness. Like if I were to walk into a job interview and the prospective boss were to ask me, what's your biggest weakness? Hands down, it would be my indecisiveness. It's just, I don't know. It's just something that I've had to deal with. Like it's very hard for me to make decisions. I'm always thinking, like, if I make, a certain decision, I'm always thinking, like, what if? And that's kind of the spot we're in right now. Like, there are so many pros and cons to both Florida and Charlotte. And I know people are probably going to comment saying, definitely choose Florida or definitely choose Charlotte. It's just not so black and white, though. Like, I feel like Florida, here are my thoughts. I'll just give you my candid thoughts. Florida would be so much fun right now. I mean, the weather is amazing. Summer is hot, but you guys know, like, I am a very, what is it? I guess, am I a cold-blooded person? I'm cold all the time, so I enjoy the heat. The weather would be great. Obviously, you have the beaches. We love downtown St. Petersburg. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, why don't you try this part of Florida, this part? Like, the reason we are so in love with Florida is specifically because of St. Petersburg and what it has to offer. The cons, I mean, the cost of living, it has gone up so much in the past few years. The actual home we would live in would probably not be totally ideal. It's just, first of all, I don't like the style of Florida homes in general, but in St. Petersburg, specifically with our budget, it just wouldn't be the most ideal. And you can go 40 minutes inland and then you get these beautiful homes, but that's not necessarily something we want. Like if we were 40 minutes inland, we might as well just do, in our minds, Charlotte, North Carolina, where Charlotte was not on the table until a few days ago. And now I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, Charlotte has staying factor. I don't know if I'd want to necessarily stay in Florida. I don't know if I want to raise a family there. Not that there's anything wrong with Florida. First of all, it is the farthest location away from both of our families. Second of all, I'm not trying to be like controversial, but you know, the education system isn't the best there. Can you find great schools? Yes, but I feel like it's harder to find great schools there as opposed to North Carolina. And there are good and bad schools in every city, right? So it's not like this is just Charlotte, but it's just Florida definitely has a reputation. Charlotte, I feel like we could literally just stay there. Like, it just has staying power. I love the neighborhoods, love the city. Like, we had so much fun in Charlotte. And I almost, this is going to sound weird coming from me, I almost feel like the weather in Charlotte's better than Florida because you really do get all 4 seasons. And as much as I hate winter, I do like the seasons. Like, I think seasons, there's something to be said about them. Like, resetting for each and every season, like, I like that. However, Charlotte's just way more mild than Dayton or Cincinnati or Long Island, New York. Like, I like how it's seasons, but just a little more mild. So, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. It's going to be a really hard decision to make. It's going to be good no matter what. Zac has his next doctor's appointment tomorrow. And whatever the doctor did last time, like, it didn't. It actually made it worse. And then now I think it's just back to normal. So we'll see what she says. But we're just hoping, obviously, number one priority, Zac's health. We might have to start making decisions before Zac's health is 100% just because I feel like, you know, we can't live without a home. I mean, we have a home that we're thankful for, like his parents, my parents, but we very much so want to have our own home again. Yeah, decisions are gonna have to be made. We are possibly going to apply for a mortgage in the next week. The thing that stopped me, I was in the middle of the application process. One of the questions is like, what city do you want to apply for a mortgage? And I'm like, well, I don't even know. So we will see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It's very cathartic to talk about with you guys, so thank you for listening, and thank you so much for all the input you guys have been giving. Like, I love you guys, so I appreciate it a lot. It's just gonna have to be a decision we make that feels right. We will see. It's definitely all gonna be in the upcoming vlogs, though. You can bet on that. And hopefully next vlog, I sound like myself and I'm back to normal. So, fingers crossed. Talk to you guys later. Bye.